Good day, fellow observers. Today we're going to do a Jollibee test for version 13.2.2. It's going to be an 11-minute drive, 1.7 miles. Let me activate FSD. Okay, so FSD is able to move out. We were parked by a driveway, just an FYI.
Now turn left onto Grand Avenue.
Okay, let's see if FSD can move forward. So it should be able to. So I have to press the accelerator here. Now we make a left.
Now turn right onto Loon Street.
So we make a right here. Okay, good.
Now turn left onto Queens Blvd.
Okay, let's see if this is gonna be a quick drive. There are no oncoming cars, so I hope FSD will go here. Okay, good. Now let's see if FSD will miss the bare right, the first bare right, because 13.2.1 missed it, but was able to make a bare right further down. So this is what I'm curious about. Okay, now we have a green light. We are advancing.
In 500 feet, bear right to stay on Queens Blvd.
Alright, so we are supposed to make a lane change, but I don't see FSD doing it.
Now bear right to stay on Queens Blvd.
Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't want to. So there are only two cases, possible cases, I guess. It's either that FSD doesn't know how to make that bare right, or it actually found a faster way. So I'm just putting it out there. I'm still not sure as to the reason why, but yeah, this is how it stands. 13.2.1 did the same thing, and I would say that FSD 13.2.2 is gonna do the same route as what 13.2.1 did. So again, FSD
in 500 feet, turn right onto 69th Street.
Plans to make a right to 69th Street, but the thing is, making right turns is not possible if you are on the main road, but if you are on the service road, which is the outer lanes, then you can. So that's a special case for Queens Blvd and FSD. The navigation, so I'm separating FSD and the Tesla navigation. I think they think differently, because as you can see here, I think it thinks that we are on the bare right, which is on the outer lanes, but actually we're still on the main road. Now I've seen that happening though, like we're already on a specific lane, but navigation didn't update the exact location. Okay, so now we have a green. Okay, so I have
now
to
turn
disengage
right onto
here.
69th Street.
Okay, so I have to disengage here because FSD FSD tries to turn right on a no right turn zone on Queens Boulevard. It's on the center lanes, the main road, but I have to be on the service road in order to make a right. Okay, so I sent the message and I re-engage. And now we stop. Okay, good. So now we are on a green. Okay, so we are on a green and we are going to make a bear right soon.
In 500 feet, bear right to stay on Queens Boulevard. Now bear right to stay on Queens Boulevard.
So we are making a bear right. Okay, good.
In 500 feet, turn right onto 58th Street.
Yeah, FSD doesn't have a problem with the bear right here. Okay, so now there's a bike and FSD let it pass. And there is a car. Okay, so I have to disengage here because there is an SUV. And FSD was a bit unsure there. And now I'm re-engaging.
Now turn right onto 58th Street.
Okay, so now we have to stop here. Okay, so now we have a green light and we are making a right. FSD is giving way for this crossing pedestrian. Okay, good adjustment here. Okay, good. Now we cross.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Roosevelt Avenue. Now turn right onto Roosevelt Avenue.
Okay, now we make a right. Okay, so now we have a green light here. We are turning. Okay, good.
Now keep left to stay on Roosevelt Avenue.
Okay, so we keep left here, and I do see that there's still some construction going on, just like 13.2.1 Jollibee Test. But let's see if there's still people. There's this guy with the stop and slow sign. Yeah, there's still that person. They're still doing that system here. Okay, good. FSD is going around. Now we go here.
In 500 feet, your destination will be on the left.
Okay, so now we go straight. Okay, nice. Okay, so there's a slow sign here. Okay, go. Alright, good. Okay, I'm not doing anything to FSD. but I think the flow favors FSD because there's no room to really overthink things. So we're just following. We have slow, slow, slow.
Now your destination is on the left.
Okay, now we are here. So let me just disengage and give my takeaways. I started FSD parked on a driveway and it was able to move out. And the thing is, FSD earlier on stop to make a left towards Grand Avenue, there was this car that was parked on the left side, but FSD was cautious and it stopped and didn't move forward on green. So I had to press the accelerator there, and FSD was able to go through in between the cars, the parked cars on the right and left. After that, FSD was going to make a right to Van Loon, and it did. And there were no oncoming cars, so that was straightforward. And even on the left turn to Queens Blvd,
Now turn left onto 65th Street.
that in itself was also an easy right turn. So that was good. Now, after that, FSD was able to make a left and then went on a red light. Then FSD went to cross the green, crossed on green. But the thing is, when it was time to make a bare right, it didn't make a lane change to the right lane, and so it missed the bare right. And what happened was that the navigation is telling FSD to make a right to 65th Street, was it? But the thing is, since FSD is still on the main road, there are no right turns on the main road. I disengaged and then drove a bit and re-engaged it, and it stopped on a red. And on green, it moved forward, and it was able to actually move to the right lane for the bare right. It was able to make the bare right. But on the merge to the service road, FSD actually had a hard time doing it because for some reason it didn't account for the oncoming SUV, and so I had to disengage because FSD is still moving even though there was an oncoming SUV. So I disengaged and I made the merge myself and then re-engaged, and FSD was able to stop on the red and then make a right shortly after while adjusting to the pedestrian. That being said, it was able to make a right after giving way to the pedestrian. Then FSD headed straight and crossed an all-way and crossed the bump and then turned right to Roosevelt Avenue. Then after that, FSD was able to make a right on green and then headed straight and encountered the construction zone again, and FSD was able to avoid the car that is turning left. So I think that was in and of itself good. And after that, FSD was able to go through the construction zone. I think the flow favored FSD because it didn't have time to really think of the stop sign because everything was slow sign, so that means to keep on moving. So we just moved through the construction zone and FSD was able to follow the traffic pattern there, so I think that's good as well. Now overall, I think the drive had a lot of bumps along the way, because if I have to compare it with 13.2.1, I think 13.2.1 did better. So just want to put it out there. And so FSD had a lot of interventions for this one, even though it was a short drive. And all things considered, I think because, I don't know, for some reason the version 13.2.1 did better. And I think for the merges to the service road, I think 13.2.1 did as well, was able to adapt to cars that were oncoming. And I really expected FSD earlier to stop to let that SUV go ahead instead of advancing. Now, those are all my takeaways, and if you find this video helpful or of value, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!